be one of the things that they need to think about how they're going to handle it, especially during the last few minutes of the game where when Rayquaza is going to be around, and you want to make sure that you're able to actually deal with the Inteleon in the match itself. But one really good point I want to highlight also for Team MSI is that one of the main combos they're going to be having is definitely going to be the Blissey together with the Garchomp to ensure that the Garchomp is able to sustain, having higher attack speed and movement speed buff coming on from his abilities, and at the same time also having that additional basically armor coming on from his unit move as well. So this is going to be one of very crucial combos happening in the late game segments of the match.
Good bump towards the ball lane. Despite the water gun, we're still talking about it going toe-to-toe with the Mew as well here. So that's definitely going to be quite a painful trade here. However, speaking of trades, top side Gible not having the best of time. Now it's their turn to have their full brunt of the water gun as well combination here. Not a very fun round for our melee Pokemon here, Gible.
Yep, and of course we're going to see a little bit of rotation here coming on from our jungler, which is going to be the Zoroark, provide a little bit of assistance with hopes that they're able to actually get themselves a takedown for Team Zeraphic Gaming at the top. And we do see Mimikyu on standby as well, just in case if Zoroark actually shows himself here in the lane to actually grab this pursuit here. Mimikyu dashes forward, going to jump. It's going to be Zoroark punching and slicing, dicing through. Mimikyu is going to be the first one, gets taken down here to get, and he's going to be returning back fresh and healthy into the whole team fight. Goes behind the goalpost to screen out the team members coming on from Team MSI. And a big opportunity for his teammates Hooper as well as the War Turtle to go in for a little bit scoring of their own here together with him himself. A triple goal scoring coming on from Team Zeraphic Gaming in this early stages of the game.
They couldn't get anything. They couldn't do anything about it. Roy was trying so hard to get the level 5 from the side part of the wild Pokemon here to get that Gabite out here, but he just couldn't. They got that level. They got that first evolution out first, and they would just completely overwhelm them. I think this is just one of the few downsides when you have that melee starter Pokemon, especially when you have 2 evolutions. It's just so painful to deal with all those pokes.
Yeah, and that's true. I think that it'll benefit it a lot because since your requirement is you have to go for a double evolution, it will benefit you in the long run itself. But in the meantime, we lost out the Lapras here in a 2v1 situation between Team MSI going up against Zeraphic Gaming, but they're going to be coming back healthy here. Mimikyu going up against Hoopa, but he's going to be returning back into the base and coming back even healthier than before. Right here, giving a little bit opening for Mimikyu to engage, but Zoroark is going to be dashing forward here, goes in for a jack, tries to make an escape over there through the middle side. But he's going to be hitting out. He's got the Lapras who rotates from the bottom lane to the jungle area here. 2v1 situation, not a problem for Lapras, especially going up against Umbreon as well as a Mew at the bottom lane.
Oh, what a drive-by coming from NT here. But of course, the one who still have, I guess you can see the one who has the initiative here is going to be the side of the purple for Zeraphic Gaming here. With the Zoroark constantly trying to get some form of control. Not too much aggressive rotation. He's still respecting the idea coming out from Team MSI. But now they want to prepare for the contestants for that Registeel here. More pokes, more harass. Want to see if anyone can try to make a mistake here. Hyperspace Portal is made to try to reset for NT here. But Roy's going to take that opportunity to get more points as much as possible.
Yep, but it seems that he's not going to be in position at the bottom lane right here, making it a 4v5 situation, leaning more towards Zeraphic Gaming, where they are going to be the ones getting that Registeel buff for attack as well as special attack, and they're going to be doing some scoring going on, some dunking of points, and destroying that goalpost coming on from Team MSI at the bottom lane. In the meantime, since Roy actually has some free time for himself here at the top lane, he's going to be doing a little bit of scoring for himself, 25 over there with assistance coming on from the Regieleki at the top lane, but he's going to be deleted from the game as the whole village from Zeraphic Gaming has arrived.
Oh, completely eviscerated. Unable to do a thing about this. Blastoise fall, NT trying to do his best, trying to sustain them. Look at the amount of heals, man. Who says Lapras got nerfed, man? He's still going strong. And then because of that song, and because of Lapras' song as well, if a Pokemon were to fall under a certain percentage of their health, they instantly gets removed from the round. It's an instant KO.
Yeah, and he managed to execute that twice previously before, and then with the Bubble Beam, and it does it once again. Oh, here we do see Lapras with the Lapras Aspect trying to make his way to the bottom lane to safety after being chased down by the members from Team MSI.
But here's the thing, right, Flavor? The game is not too much out of hand just yet. They still do good melee lockdown too.
Yep, still holding them in position right here, but it seems that Lapras is going to be returning back into the base and returning back into this whole takeoff here. He does have good mobility even without the Lapras' pass. His base movement speed is actually really good as well. Here we go. Here comes the time, but still not enough here to actually do much. And of course, trying to go for save. Here comes the Hydro Typhoon, but not a full one coming on from team members from Team Zeraphic Gaming. But they will be able to take down the Umbreon right there, and they are still not done yet. It's trying to get a chase there on the Mew as well as Hansi. That Solar Beam is not going to be enough to actually go in for the takedown for anyone anymore from Team MSI.
You see, that's the problem, right? Like, you lose your frontliner, you lose your sole defender, right? And then that's pretty much it. You just can't do anything about it. You have just no choice but to fall back. The only wall you have completely just crumble upon you. You have no choice but to just fall back and run away. But the other side, looks like we might see a quick attention to Ares, trying to keep himself scarce, trying to keep himself hidden as much as possible because he has a goal. He has a play. What's the target?
Yeah, I don't know if they actually have information on this, but they are trying to go in for the Regieleki attempt here on the top lane by Team MSI. For the bottom lane, a little bit scoring coming in by the Inteleon as well as the Blastoise, and I don't think they're able to actually get in position right here just in time. Blastoise returning back into the lane. They lost the Lapras, and still more chances for them to actually go for more scoring here if the Regieleki manages to enter into the goalpost here. Try to create an opening as well, pushes on everyone here. The damage is there, but is it enough? It seems that Garchomp is going to be the one gets taken down here in the hands of Mew. Inteleon stick down on Garchomp. Ooh, with the double stick as well. So I guess the Regieleki into the goalpost is not going to be working for them, and they're going to be drawing back as Team Zeraphic is able to defend this goalpost at the top lane.
It's so difficult once because just not enough really damage to really see the thing through, especially since they're fighting on their base, so they do get additional buffs to when they're fighting that one. Not really having the upper hand in that situation. But although yes, Team Purple is still in the lead here, but it's not very massive point differential here.
Nope, it's not. Yeah.
I think right now because they still have a decent amount of points, and Rayquaza is going to be spawning in 1 minute. If they secure this, then they should be able to really overwhelm the points and turn this game around. And their levels is, I wouldn't say not too far behind. Even their main damage dealers are pretty much same levels here.
Yeah. Now for Team Zeraphic Gaming, they don't have to be so hasty right now because they have the upper hand in terms of points. All they have to do is, they have two things they need to do. Number one is they have to prevent and screen out the team members from MSI from getting that Rayquaza in. And number two is to ensure that there's no naughty trainers from Team MSI try to actually go in for the scores during the 2-minute period on the last ones. And of course, they are going to be trying to get this Regirock here. That's going to be a defense and special defense. It boosts advantage for Team MSI for a very short period of time. Just in the time for them to actually enter into this Rayquaza attempt.
It's definitely, although it seems minor, but they just need to get whatever they can. Any form of advance, any form of buffs. Roy seems, he understands he's still got a couple of seconds. He's just going to quickly take this red buff for himself here. That cooldown and damage buff is going to be pivotal for him.
Yeah.
Starting up. Everyone's just trying to find an opportunity. I don't think they know where Ares is. He's pretty close to the back line. Anytime to jump in.
Yep, he's just waiting for the jump right here. So if Team MSI gets a little bit hasty, but always remember, if we look at Team MSI here, they still have the Umbreon with the Unite. They also have the Garchomp as well. They can still do wonders. And always remember, they still have the Blissey over there as well.
Oh, look at Ares!
With the Bliss assistance.
Ares was able to get all the way so far back.
Yep, he's literally behind them, and they don't have this information. Hydro Typhoon only hitting off on one because one of them actually has a hindrance. Assistance over here being utilized as well. Here comes the jump. Is it going to be enough that she's going to take down? And it will be. Garchomp gets it down here in the hands of Blastoise. Mimikyu takes down on the Unleash Hooper as well. They're doing it. They're doing it here. Zeraphic Gaming is able to actually hold on as much as well. Ares manages to actually make an escape as well for himself. I don't think it's going to boil down to the Rayquaza at all. I think they just need to get a little bit sneaky. And try to actually go in for a little bit scoring, but they have, for Team MSI, they don't have a choice. They have to force this Rayquaza to force Zeraphic Gaming to actually into a full-on team fight right now.
The thing is, they just need to try to buy as much time as possible. Rapid Spin comes to try to nullify them as much as possible. Here comes a reset. Ares possibly pop back and into the fight again. Full HP. He totally doesn't mind going back in. Big damage from the Mew, respecting the fact there, but NT keeps zoning them out because they don't really need the Rayquaza. They just want to keep them at bay, making sure they don't actually try to dunk any more points. They can literally win by the timer, by the clock here, Flavor.
Yep, that's true because they have quite a gap, which is 175 points between them. So it would require them to actually score a minimum of at least basically 2 of the mons to actually score over the other side. And with 3 seconds left on the clock, I do believe that the game has come to an end here for game number 1 of the lower bracket semifinals, siding towards Team Zeraphic Gaming for this game number 1.
Oh man, like although it seems this game seems a little bit more slow, a little bit more back and forth, because I think both sides have conditional requirements, right? Like they need to buy the time for Intellion to come online. Same goes for Roy with the Garchomp as well. Although yes, we did see several skirmishes between the Zoroark, especially once he hit that timing, he just wants to try to go for pickoffs. And I think they could, because they have the control, they have the blaster, they have the Lapras to allow them, and the mobility from the Hoopa to allow them to get some of those pickers, some of those control in those team fights here. Something that Mimikyu couldn't really do compared to them as a defender here. Although there was that one fight flavor, I do have to commend Baba here, who was playing the Umbreon. I think that one fight at that Rayquaza, he really just isolated Ares. He just kept him in check, dropped down the mean low. It's like, hey man, I know you pop your super and able to get that evolution up in definitely level 5. But Absol, we need to see whether Absol is able to set the pace, set the tempo for the squad to get that snowball up as well. Yeah, because they have decent early game here.
Yeah, I think it's going to take a little bit of time. If you see the draft from Zeraphic Gaming, they do require, well, basically they have 2-stage evolutions here, quite a few from their end, compared to what Team MSI. They only have the matchup here, which requires it to actually go through Matchoke as well as Matcham. So it's going to take a little bit of while for Team Zeraphic Gaming to actually get online from their end. So this could force Team MSI to force team fights happening early on in the game to just capitalize on this whole situation. Meanwhile, here in the top lane, although Matchup is actually currently in a bad situation, low on HP, able to recover that with assistance from his teammate and generate back into the lane.
I'm fine with this. Just keep Team SI. I'm really fine with this. Just keep putting on the pressure to try to secure majority of these wild Pokemon. But then again, oh man, Water Gun is always by far one of the best to secure.
Water Gun, MVP ability.
And they managed to get the Indeedee as well, so that allows them to get that slow bro out. Oh, there's so much CC, man. Like slow beam. There's even telekinesis. There's a way to try to get his hand on it. Ares is able to get the Yoshifu out. Let's see what he's gonna able to get that control. He does manage to get the Swabloon here, and Roy completely massacred alongside with the Absol as well. And they have no answer to this at all. The Hoopa tries his best, but he just can't.
Yeah, but he doesn't have any abilities that can actually hit multiple heroes at the same time right now. So basically, right now he couldn't defend. He could actually just shoot out for one of the Pokemons, and that's it. Yeah, meanwhile, if you were compare that against War Total, where he actually has a surf ability, he can shoot up to a few of the mons, so it's going to be fine for him. Meanwhile here, just punching through is definitely going to be the Urshifu is going to be punishing this hope over here, but he's going to be making sweet escape together with the Elder Goss. Meanwhile here, the bottom lane, we see the Slowbro together. It is a mate here at the bottom, trying to go for a push, but not being able to due to the defense coming on from Team MSI. Still not seeing much action happening from this Absol as he got taken down earlier on in the hands of Urshifu. Very fragile. I think, you know, it's like literal tofu.
He really needs to start getting the ball rolling here, because Ares has been doing a really phenomenal job around the central area with this rotation so far. And I think it's fine, right? Because I think they just figure out, like, you know what, they already got the levels, they already got the level 7s, they already got the full evolution here. Just focus on getting that level up and instantly, whoa, wow. Big KO move, that's a big one.
And that's a big one, yeah, and it's definitely on a War Turtle, because you stop him from actually getting evolution into a Blastoise.
Yep.
Slowing down the pace right here, of course, trying to go as much screening as possible, but giving a little bit of opportunity for Matchoke to actually go in for a little bit scoring for himself. But unfortunately, he is able to actually make an escape over here and get himself at level 7.
Oh, careful, Apple's gonna be careful. Roy as well, trying to see if he can finally get a little bit more levels here. But the bonus side, they are prepared to try to get that neutral one. I believe it's gonna be Reggie Ice? No, Reggie Steel, sorry. Reggie is going to be the one to spawn here. They want to try to secure this for themselves. Trying to find an opportunity. Hoopa is getting ready to go with the gravitational portal as well. But the full 5-man squad is at the bottom, and they're going to respect that. Not able to snipe it at all, but they want to see if they can try to get a couple of fights. They're confident in this team fight. Solo Beam comes in to try to keep them at bay here. And a couple of harass as Lapras plays as the wall. Now they fully dive into the full mix of it. So probably the Unite moves, not going to be able to contact at all. Won't be able to get the final KO, and this means it's time for them to back off and respect that. Absol gets the silence off and removes one of the main cores, which is going to be the Urshifu.
Yep, that's going to be a big win there for Team MSI. They lost the Lapras for the Urshifu, so it's going to be a huge win and they're going to be taking it. And of course, you have to remember when they went up against the engagement in the bottom lane, it was actually while having the attack and special attack buff from the Registeel for Team Zeraphic Gaming. So they're able to fend that off, of course, with the assistance from buff from the for their own goalposts as well, with the shields, with the healing. Yeah, so I think despite them actually losing out in terms of score, but it's just a small gap here, 49 to 91, leaning more towards Team Zeraphic Gaming, and they are definitely ready to clear out this Altaria wildlife here together with the Regieleki, which is on standby right now.
Yep. Although Absol wasn't really doing much early on as what we anticipated or hoped for, he still at least is currently keeping up with the level game. He's currently level 11, by the way. He may not have set the pace, but he definitely has the levels though. But let's see whether that decision is going to be pulling out to full fruition here, because he needs to start doing some big damage, and I know he can.
And Absol has to be a little bit careful in terms of entry, because he doesn't have, if you look at the draft coming out from Team MSI, they don't really have the supports which ensures that Absol is able to actually have good sustainability in team fights. They don't have things like, they don't have a Weekly Thought, they don't even have a Clefable, they don't even have a Blissey for them. So basically it's a different kind of playstyle, so he has to be careful when he engage and disengage from team fights at all. Right here, all in the top lane, it does seem that it's going to be the Registeel here in the hands of the Zeraphic Gaming, while the team fight still ongoing here at the top lane. Wow, beautiful solo being here, but not be able to take down anyone. The damage still flows in between them, but it's going to be the Urshifu taking down on the Machamp over there. Oh, the host of that, Bubble Beam holding in position. Aries still tries to make an escape, and yes, he does. Damage output not enough here in the hands of the Lapras. Unfortunately, the Solar Beam, but the Mew is still on cooldown, not being able to actually do a long range attack over an Aries over there. And it's going to be a Regieleki in the hands of Team MSI here for the orange side.
But you see, do you see the crazy thing about this flavor is the fact that not all the members was actually contesting for the Regieleki. They were actually all trying to get more objectives, more fun with the bottom lane, and then Italian was able to do just that.
Yeah. It's going to be a beautiful one over here, still chasing through, trying to go in for Lapras. Quite sturdy. I think I would say he's very sturdy, but he's quite a sturdy Pokemon here, I would say. But it seems like it's going to be a full 5-man charge here coming on from Team Zeraphic Gaming. A little bit too much to handle there from Team MSI. They're going to be losing out their Hooper as well as the Lapras at the top lane, and no commitments from the remaining members from Team MSI. And after completing that takedown on that goalpost, they're going to be rotating through in the middle and disperse back into respective lanes and jungles.
Oh, these apps are gonna be careful. Just one catch. One catch is all it needs. Just one slow beam from the slow bro, and that guy is gone. Not necessarily the most durable, and I love how you actually pointed out that there's really no support heroes in support Pokemon in this game at all, aside from the bubble team.
Yeah,
so they can't really do anything about it.
I don't know how this Absol is gonna play here. Like it's either you're literally a glass cannon here for your team. You don't really have any specific support mon. Like, okay, you have the Hooper, but not really. You can actually support all this. You get the buffs from all these unites from your teammates, but really you just need sustainability. You need preventions from hindrances to stop your in spray. Look at that!
Where do you come from?
He's a rapid spin his way back to the just holding on to that goalpost there at the bottom there. But it's a close one. Marching towards the 2-minute mark here. Definitely. 2 minutes and 45 seconds, and then 40 more seconds left before Rayquaza actually appears, with only a 37-point gap in between them, leading more towards Team Zeraphic Gaming. What is going to be the play here? Zeraphic Gaming can't afford to actually lose out this Rayquaza attempt, but they are going to be jumping into the Rayquaza with an advantage of taking down this Regirock at the bottom lane, taking increment special defense as well as defense for themselves.
The points is definitely relatively close here, but I don't think they really want to take the fight against Zeraphic Gaming like head on as a team fight here, because there's just too much control. I think there's just too much control with both the slow beam and even the
I'm trying to imagine best case scenario for MSI right here. Yeah, okay. Right. So it's Lapras jumping in with the Lapras Express. Definitely, you have to time this right, because the moment you allow that Blastoise, because there's no one actually right now who can actually stop this Blastoise.
Ooh. They managed to take back the point. Now they're in
They
the back
take
of the
back the
lead
point.
just by points.
Yep, exactly. I think that was a small mistake over there, but they couldn't do much because they have to care for this Rayquaza pit over here. So a lot of tension has to be given here. Now, because MSI team is actually currently in the lead
isolated.
right here, they just have to screen them out right now. Isolation here coming from Blastoise, straight from not being able to jump. Oh, you saw that. You saw this motion, but not being able to lash on too much happening over here. Rapid spin all over, and he's able to jump inside. Lapper is going to be the one gets taken down instead from Team MSI. It's a 5v4 situation, leading more towards Team Zeraphic Gaming, and they're going straight into the Rayquaza attempt right here. Will be able to actually take him down before Team MSI actually jumps in, trying to go for the take. They will be taking that Hooper as well on the top left side.
Who secures?
Who secures it? Who's gonna get that last hit in? All of them are jumping in inside, and Blastoise will be the ones getting it as well. This is going to be the comeback. This is going to be the flip coming in from Team Zeraphic Gaming.
Okay, they gotta quickly dunk it. 40 seconds definitely enough amount of time here, but I don't think there's nothing gonna be able to start it from the bottom side. 100 points in, another 200 points in, more being dumped into the main base. They can't do anything about it, and there's 600 points as they turn it around for the Rayquaza pick-off here. Zeraphic Gaming within 28 seconds, Flavor. I believe we need to prepare the farewells here.
Oh no, this is quite unfortunate over there. Despite Team MSI was able to actually get more points over Zeraphic Gaming by having that Absol going off for the score during that Rayquaza attempt itself. But now with the Rayquaza, Zeraphic Gaming has stretched out the points. The gap is a little bit too big for them to actually get back on this.
In exactly 5 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, Zeraphic Gaming will still live the fight for another round as they continue forward into the lower brackets. But of course, kudos to Team MSI. They give it their all, they give it their fun. We love the energy, we love the boldness as well, and the mindset that they bring towards this game. But you know, that's just how it is. That's the nature of the competition, Flavor.
Yeah, there has to be winners. There has to be not winners. It happens, ladies and gentlemen. But much respect. Big round of applause for Team MSI. I'll get you tissue. Somebody give me a tissue for you, Loli. Big round of applause to Team MSI for making it to the top 4 here for the Pokemon Unite Malaysia Singapore Open 2023. Definitely a team to look out for in future competitions. And I do foresee, of course, quite unfortunate, their pending is still pending.
And yeah, I'm recovering, man. I'm sorry.
Still tears running down the cheeks.
I don't take goodbyes very well, man. But of course, is I think so far in this game in particular, I think it's just really back and forth because both sides are somewhat trying to emphasize and build up towards ensuring their attackers are really getting to their final stage of evolution. They're at their peak, I guess you could say in this case here. Roy, on the other hand, while he did manage to get the Machamp out, I feel like he wasn't able to